On this Help for Today, I want to talk about what I believe to be the secret to David's success. Now, we all know that he had that terrible blot in his life, and adultery and murder and all of that. But you know, when you consider the names in the Bible, Abraham, his name is mentioned about 250 times. Jesus, the name that's above all names, is found in 942 verses, and his name is found in the Scriptures 983 times. The name Christ is mentioned in 532 verses. It's mentioned 572 times. But the name David is mentioned in 968 verses, and David's name is mentioned 1,139 times. Think about that. There's not another name outside of Lord and God of a person who has ever walked the face of this earth mentioned in Scripture more than the name of David. What is the key to his success? I found a couple of verses in 2 Samuel. If you'll look at 2 Samuel chapter 7, and I won't take time to read, but verses 20 to 22, the Bible uses three statements that I think are very profound, very powerful. First of all, David says in verse 21, "For thy word's sake." And I really believe that David had a love for the Word of God. There ought to be such a passion and a love and a loyalty and a consecration and commitment that we have to God's Word that we're in it every day, and that His precepts are loved by our lives and our heart, that we walk in God's ways and His truth. There ought to be a love and a passion for God's Word. And so I want to encourage you to love God's Word. Read it, memorize it, study it, meditate on it, listen to it taught, listen to it preached, and listen to it being read in the car. But love God's Word. But then he says this, "For thy word's sake and according to thine own heart." You know, when was the last time you took time or I took time to think about the very heart of God? Just as you think about your spouse's heart, if you're married, or your children's heart, if you have kids, your pastor's heart, your parents' heart, we ought to care about the very heart of God. David was known as being a man after God's own heart. And here he says the statement, "according to thine own heart." David cared about the heart of God. And we get messed up in life when we don't take time to consider the very heart of God. What is God's heart of the matter? And so let's care about the heart of God. There's so much I could say about the heart of God, but then I'll leave you with this in verse 22. He says, "Wherefore thou art great, O Lord God." David not only had a love for God's Word, not only care about the heart of God, but there was a focus on the greatness of God. And I think if we're not careful, we can become like the disciples who are fighting over who is the greatest. And we think about the greatness of man or the greatness of ministry, and the Bible is full of that, the greatness of God's people. I would never want to detract from that. But let's not forsake the greatness of God. Isaiah saw Him high and lifted up. And so let's remember these things as we consider David. He had a love for God's Word. He had a care, deep care for God's heart, and there was a focus on God's greatness. Let's love the Lord today.